Hello, my name is Deacon Mark Legreve. I'm soon going to be joining you as Pastoral Associate. My wife's name is Pam. We've been married 27 years. We have two daughters, adult daughters, Meredith and Natalie. Our eldest, Meredith, is married to Tyler, who have just given us, within the last year, our first grandchild, Maggie, we are very excited about. Our daughters live in the Fox Valley area, so it's very exciting for us to maybe find a shift over in that direction as well. My past profession for the past 30 years has been an engineer in the manufacturing environment, both as a manufacturing engineer and a product development engineer. About 4 weeks ago, I was temporarily laid off, and during this time, I've had some time to really discern what I want to do when I grow up. My prior assignments as a deacon were in Two Rivers and where I am now in Manitowoc. In Two Rivers, that was at St. Peter the Fisherman for about 4 years, and the past 2 years at St. Francis of Assisi. Some of my local involvement here in the community of Manitowoc was I helped found a men's homeless shelter called The Haven, which I have termed off the board. We set term limits, and that is starting to go like a child and operate on its own, and I'm separating from that. It's very fun watching like a child grow up. Secondly, I'm involved with Prevent Suicide. About 20 years ago, I had lost my brother Matthew to suicide, and it's something that's passionate to me, is to help people who are in the grieving state or people who are dealing with mental health challenges or just any type of loss or just anything where I can help others so they don't make the choice like my brother had made. My education initially started 30-some years ago as a draftsman designing tools and dies for equipment, and that's where it got me on the path to be an engineer. And during that time, I started to go to a local technical college for an associate's degree in industrial engineering. After a few years of that, completing that, then I followed to a bachelor's at Silver Lake College, which recently announced that they're going to be closing. And it was almost identical to the closing or my graduation of my bachelor's degree, that my brother completed suicide. And during that time, I was really lost, and my life was turned upside down. I lost a lot of meaning in life, and that's where I got involved with training throughout the diocese. And through the training at the diocese, I ended up working with diaconate formation, and turned out 8 years later, I was ordained a deacon. It was quite a slow process for me, but I worked through that, and the whole time I still continued to work as an engineer. Now, in the past 4 years, I've been working on a master's degree at Lakeland College, and funny thing is, just about the last class right before I was going to graduate, was the time when I was laid off. So I don't know what the theme there is, but just about the time I complete something happens in my life where there really is a deep discernment of what's going to happen next in life. And there's two things I really believe in, and one is that we are on a continual journey, and part of it is continuing education, both secular education, but also our spiritual education and our growth and development and our relationship with God. So that growth and development and a continual change. I truly encourage a constant change, a smooth, not some type of manic, all over the place change, but something that brings us closer to God and finds us closer to who we're meant to be and who God designed us to be. My hobbies, I'm learning to love kayaking. I love tent camping. I actually have gone winter tent camping at the last weekend in January. It's something that's very exhilarating. You're welcome to join me sometime. My favorite food, peanut butter. I could eat it every meal for the rest of my life. Our journey as Christian disciples. That's something that in my first 30-some years of life, I never realized that I was on a journey as a Christian disciple. And now the diocese in the last couple of years is really promoting that we are all Christian disciples and we all need to be on that journey. And I'm just exhilarated and excited to be a part and to share in that. As I've learned a little bit about it, I want to learn how to share that with others. And primarily, this all is rooted in a relationship. It's rooted in a relationship with God, a relationship with Jesus, our relationship with our families and our relationship with our communities. And we need to stay focused on how do we deepen and develop those relationships to help us bring us closer to God and one another. So for now, please pray for me during my continued transition during this time. Praise be Jesus Christ. Amen.